So this was the classification that was all about the natural resources. Next we will talk about second type of resources, which are, we have second type is human made or man made resources. Human made or man made resources. Resources which are available in nature in raw form and modified by men are termed as man-made resources. Resources which are available from nature to us and human beings modified them as per their need, as per their requirement, are termed as man-made resources. Let's take an example of iron ore. Iron ore. Iron ore, we talk about. Iron is obtained from the surface of the earth in raw form, in the form of ore. There are certain impurities mixed in it. What human gets, human removed the impurities and extracted pure iron from iron ore. So you can say iron was not available to us in the same form that we use today. We use it by refining it in the blast furnaces, by melting it, by removing the impurities, will make iron that we use in today's present form. So you can say iron is a modified or man-made or human-made natural resource. So from here you can draw the conclusion that man-made resources are modified form of natural resources. Man-made resources are modified form of natural resources, right? We'll take some other examples. Buildings, roads, bridges, technology, car, vehicles. So these all are termed as man-made resources. Buildings, roads, bridges, technology, car, and vehicles that we use in our daily life are termed as man-made resources. This was our second type. First was natural resources. There were certain sub-classification for natural resources. Second was human-made resources or man-made resources. Now we'll move on to our last and next classification of resources, which is us. Yes, which is us, ourselves. Human resources. Human resources. Alright? Human resources. We human beings ourselves are the very and the foremost important resource available on the earth. Human resources. Consider the situation if human beings are not available on this planet, human beings were not able to modify the resources as per their needs, human beings were not having the technology or skills to use the resources, certain resources will never be termed as resources. It will be, we will not be able to extract coal, silver, gold, diamond, etc. from the surface of the earth, those things, those substances will be substances only without any value, and those cannot be termed as resources. So human resources, so human beings themselves, human beings are the most important resources, are the most important resources. The skill they are having, the knowledge they have, the creativity they have. Skill, knowledge, and creativity human beings do have, and they utilize to modify natural resources into man-made resources. We have seen man-made resources. If human beings were not there, so you cannot say that we have man-made resources available with us, because without men, how man-made will be available? So human resources, human beings are the most important resources themselves. Skill, knowledge, and creativity is used to modify the resources, or to use the resources on a daily basis. So imparting skill, imparting skill to a human being, to a human being is called as, human resource, human resource development, human resource development. How, what do you mean by imparting skill? Okay, a child is born, is in the infancy stage, is infant as of now. What their parents would do? Their parents would impart him education, they will invest on his health facilities. When education and good health facilities are provided to an infant for a year span of like 15 to 20 years, this infant will become a resource. When this person, human being, do have an access to education, he is also a healthy human being. What he will acquire? He will acquire skill, he will acquire knowledge, he will acquire creativity, and in future he will use this skill, knowledge, and creativity which he acquired from education. The investment which was done on him as an education gives an output in later stages, and the output is as a resource. This guy, this infant, now become a human resource. So imparting education, providing good health facilities to a person is called as human resource development. Human resource development. When a human is developed as a resource by giving him education and good health facilities, as human resource development, guys. So this was all about human resources. So let me repeat this again. We have three forms of resources available with us. One is natural resources, second is man-made resources, and the last is human resources. Natural resources which are available directly from nature as a free gift. You can, without any big modification, you can use them. Human-made resources, when natural resources are modified to satisfy our needs, are termed as human-made resources. And human resources, we human beings ourselves are of great worth as a resource. We have the skill, we have the knowledge, we have the creativity to use the nature things, to use the substances available in nature. When we impart a skill with the help of education and providing good health facilities to a person being, that person in later years become a resource, and this is called as human resource development. So this was about human resources and classification of resources, guys. So now we'll move on to the last topic of this chapter, that is Conservation of resources. Conservation of resources. Consider this scenario guys. Someday there is no water on the earth to drink. Someday if petroleum, diesel, coal and all other fossil fuels got exhausted and we do not have any option or alternative for those resources, how the earth would look like if we do not have any tree available on the surface of the earth. There will be no shadow. So look at the condition. If we are not able to conserve the resources, we will be lacking several resources in future and there will be scarcity of resources in future. So conservation of resources is an essential thing. We have to use these resources in a judicious way. Conservation of resources. We have to use our resources in judicious way and we have to preserve them. We have to preserve them for future needs is called as conservation of resources. In conservation of resources, there comes a term sustainable development. There comes a term sustainable development. What sustainable development means? Sustainable development, guys, using the resources in that judicious way, using the resources in that judicious way that it do not harm our environment in today it do not harm our environment and we can preserve them, we can save them for future generations as well. So this is called as sustainable development, using of resources in a judicious manner so that they do not harm our environment and neither they do get exhausted for future generation. They are available for future generation. Guys, as rightly said by M.K. Gandhi, what he said, there is enough for everybody's need but not enough for anyone's greed. What we have, nature has provided ample amount of resources and sufficient amount of resources that is required for a human being to sustain. But some greedy people are using it in an indiscriminating manner and unjudicious way, and that's why there is a depletion of resources, and we do have a threat that someday it will become scarce. And even renewable resources like water, we might face some scarcity in coming years if we continue to use or exhaust our natural resources like water at the same rate as of now we are doing, right? So we have to conserve our resources to achieve the sustainable development, guys. Sustainable development means using the resources without harming the environment and saving them for future generations. So there are certain ways you can conserve. How to conserve? The first thing is use it in judicious manner. It means use resources in judicious manner. Use renewable resources against non-renewable resources. We will be using renewable resources against non-renewable resources, not polluting our resources. We can save them by not polluting them. Use resources, we can use the resources in judicious manner, use renewable resources against non-renewable resources, we can save them by not polluting resources, and we can start using or using reusable or recyclable things. जिन चीज़ों को हम दोबारा यूज़ कर सकते हैं, जिनको हम रिसाइकिल कर सकते हैं, हम उन चीज़ों का ज़्यादा यूज़ करें. सो दीज आर सम मेजर स्टेप्स how we can conserve our minerals, sorry, our resources. So first thing is we will be using it. You will use the resources in a judicious manner, not in a greedy manner though. Use renewable resources against non-renewable resources. Instead of using coal and petroleum for energy purposes, we can use water as a hydel energy, we can use sun as solar energy, wind as wind energy, because these are renewable resources. So we can minimize the use of non-renewable resources and replace it with renewable resources. We can use them as an alternate. Not polluting the resources, with not contaminating the water bodies with the industries pollution. So we can not polluting the land with industrial pollution. So we can save them by not polluting. Last but not the least, we can start using reusable or recyclable things, guys. So these are the measures which you can take to conserve or to save your resources. So guys, I hope this topic is clear to you, and that's all for today, and chapter is completed. Thank you.